Hello there everybody, I am Tadashi Mori and in this video here I will show you how to make the Origami Dancing Vase. It's my own design and it's quite simple to make it. Now, this one is made with one square sheet of paper, no cuts, no glue. As you can see, it's a little bit open. But this is a traditional origami. One square sheet of paper, no cuts, no glue. You just need the extra tools to make the curves. Now let me open the model so you can understand the general shape of the origami. So it's just like this. The idea is quite simple. You just have to make the folds along these curves. Now, the last thing I need to explain before I make this tutorial is that I had to cut the paper and I had to use glue. And that's the best way to make the perfect vase. So let's start. To make the origami, you're going to use one square sheet of paper, and a thick paper would work better. And you need a circle with the diameter about the same size of the side of the square. You are not going to use the whole circle, so in this case I will just cut. You don't need to cut, but it's easier to handle a small piece of paper than the whole circle. So, about this size is okay, and you're going to use just the side of the paper. But it will be easier if you use something harder. So for this tutorial, I will use this plate. As you can see, the size is about the same. You will also need a knife. You're just going to use the back side of the knife. And working with a piece of paper will require you to be way more careful. But still, it's not hard to work with the paper. One more point, you can use a knife like this one, but if it's your first time making the origami, I would recommend you to use a pen. So it's going to be easier to see the folds, and after you learn how to make it, you can go with the knife. The problem with the pen, of course, is that it's going to leave these marks inside the vase. You will also need a ruler. You will also need glue, scissors, and something heavy to put inside the vase, like coins, aquarium stones, or a piece of scented candles, giving the origami roses also a good smell. Now let's fold. So take the square sheet of paper. The size of the vase will be about 7/8 of the side of the paper. Start by folding the side in half, but you're just going to pinch here. Try not to make the fold too big, just enough for you to see. And do the same thing here on the other side. Now, you're going to fold the side of the paper up to this mark on both sides. And again, just going to pinch the side. Now you're going to fold the side of the paper up to the last fold we just made. But this time you're going to fold the whole paper. Now, hold the model in this direction. And you're going to fold, making this point here go up to this line. But again, you're just going to pinch here the side of the paper, here, and also on the other side. Now take the ruler and make a mark from this point to this point. But make this mark really lightly, so you cannot see the line from the other side of the paper. Now hold the paper in this position, and we're going to divide the paper in 8 parts in this direction. But we are only going to mark the key points where these lines crosses the previous lines. So, hold the paper in this direction, fold the paper in half, and just pinch the side of the paper. Again, we want to make this fold as small as possible. And do the same thing here on the other side, but you can fold all the way up to this line. Now fold the side of the paper up to the mark we just made, making this point go up to this point. And again, we are just going to pinch this side and fold this side up to the first line. Now, do the same thing here on the other side. And we are going to do the same thing, now dividing each of this division in half one more time. So fold the side of the paper up to the first line and keep doing the same thing, dividing each division in half. And at these points you should have these marks. Now, using the ruler again, you're going to align here with this point, with the bottom line, and make a small mark here in the middle. And keep doing the same thing to all these marks. For the next step, you will use the round piece of paper, and you're going to align the side of the circle like this, with this point and this point at the same time. And carefully make this mark. Now on the bottom part, make the mark to the other direction. Like this. For the next line, you're going to make in the opposing direction. So start by making it to the right. And the bottom part to the left. And the model will look like this. And the lines should look like this. For the next lines, I'm going to use the plate, so I can do it faster. So, again, make here the fold first to the left, and then to the right. And keep doing this one by one, always alternating the direction. Now the model should look like this, and there are two lines missing, one here and one here. So don't forget to make the last two lines. Now you're going to find here the middle point of these 2 points. So fold the paper like this and pinch the side, making a small mark. Now you're going to make a fold from this point here up to this point here, along this line. And the model will look like this. Now keep making the mark on all divisions. and in the end the model will look like this. Now carefully you're going to make a valley fold along all the lines. So carefully fold along the marks, and while you make these folds, the paper will make a curve. Naturally, it's going to make a curve like this. And the model will look like this. Keep doing the same thing along all the lines. And the model should look like this. If you close the model right now, you can see that it's not really hard to make the final shape. At this point, if you don't want to use glue and scissors, you just have to adjust here the folds in this position. And fold here a small part of the top of the vase so that these layers stay together. Just make a small fold to inside on the top part and the layers will get locked. Now let's see how to make it with glue and scissors. First we are going to cut here along this line. And I will leave a small gap just to guarantee that I will not cut too much. Of course, it's better to cut as close as possible, but as you can see I will leave a small gap like this. The bottom part I will cut exactly along the line because there's no problem even if I cut too much. On the other side, you're going to cut this small part here. And this side here you can cut a little bit more to make it easier to glue. And this part here is going to be hidden, so there's no problem even if you cut a little bit more like this. Right. Now you're just going to glue here, making this part glue in this part here. So I will carefully pass some glue, spread along this layer, and glue here on the other side, aligning all the lines. Try to make it as perfectly as possible, so you cannot see any gap in the end. After you glue it, just take the scissors and cut here the excess. Now in the last part we are going to make the bottom of the vase. Pay attention here and make a mountain fold along this line and a valley fold along this line. So always in this direction. Now make all the folds at the same time and the model should look like this. Now just press the top part and the model is done. Now put the pieces of scented candles so the vase is going to be more stable and have a good smell. Now you can try to make it with the back part of a knife so you don't have to see all the lines inside the vase. In my page you will also find the tutorial for the Pentagon Rose by Naomi Kisato. The link for the tutorial is in the video description. And if you prefer an easier one, you can see The Rose by Joe Nakashima. If you liked this video, please do not forget to click on the like button and subscribe my channel, it really helps me. And if you want help even more, you can go to patreon.com and become a patron, the link is also in the video description. That's it, thanks a lot for watching this video, see you, bye bye.